something a little bit different because I'm in the mentoring program and we actually had to do a task. It was about formative and summative assessments. So one thing I came up with, it was from a Pearson book that they'd given us to look through at one of the meetings that I went to. And I took the idea and I kind of made it to where it would fit for what I was doing here. And each question, you're going to see in just a second, after each question they had an evaluation piece. And they were given a little thing to follow and then you had to self-assess. Just a second. So the formative assessment quiz allowed the teachers to determine which content standards were mastered and which needed to be retaught. So what we did was, this is just a formative assessment. It wasn't summative or anything like that. The summative assessment was coming up. So we wanted to make sure what standards do we need to reteach, what have they already mastered so we don't waste a whole lot of time before the summative assessment. The students were able to determine which standards they missed, especially when they evaluated, well, gee, I got this one totally wrong, I didn't know it. That way they could go back and study that specific standard instead of going back and studying the whole thing that they didn't need to. And this is an example of the answer sheet. The whole test was multiple choice. So they were given the multiple choice test. It was like 10 questions, as you can see. And they were supposed to put their answers on this sheet. And then all you have to do is follow. After you answer the question, number 1, it says, I don't know this very well yet. So if they don't know this question very well, they can just put a 1 there. If they answered the question and I need a little review on this, they could put a 2. Or they could put a 3, I know this very well. So if they knew that really well, they were able to get the answer right, it was really good, they marked that down. And as you can tell, this student missed 2 questions. On question number 8, she put, I knew that very well. Obviously, she didn't know that very well. So it lets the students know, hey, I obviously didn't know this, I need to go back and, study that. And some of the other ones, she put a 1 on, and obviously she did know it because she got it right. So it's really a self-reflection piece that they can actually see, gee, do I really know this or not? So as long as they're honest, they're going to figure it out anyway, so they can really realize what they did or didn't do correctly. And in the Pearson book, they had like a scale from 1 to 5, and I thought that was a little too much, so I made it 1, 2, or 3. That way it was quick and easy. You don't want to make something that they're not going to even pay any attention to. You want to make it short, sweet, to the point. So, and this was really good, and I would definitely use it again in the future. I really liked it. I thought it was a really good formative assessment, and it was quick. It was all multiple choice and everything. So they took the quiz, and then after everybody was finished, we went over it. And then they could tell right away, well, I need to make sure I go back and study this. I need to go back and study this before the summative assessment.
And then if they didn't get it, then we use that as a POV during the day.